General anymore of Pennsylvania. I'm the governor.
Governor, let me ask you about a development we learned about overnight. Elon Musk says he will be giving away $1 million every day to random voters who sign his super PAC's petition. You are a former attorney general. Is this legal?
I think there are real questions with how he is spending money in this race, how the dark money is flowing, not just into Pennsylvania, but apparently now into the pockets of Pennsylvanians. That is deeply concerning. Look, Musk obviously has a right to be able to express his views. He's made it very, very clear that he supports Donald Trump. I don't, obviously we have a difference of opinion. I don't deny him that right. But when you start flowing this kind of money into politics, I think it raises serious questions that folks may want to take a look at.
So you think it might not be legal, yes or no?
I think it's something that law enforcement could take a look at. I'm not the attorney general anymore of Pennsylvania. I'm the governor, but it does raise some serious.
Governor, let me ask you about a development we learned about overnight. Elon Musk says he will be giving away $1 million every day to random voters who sign his super PAC's petition. You are a former attorney general. Is this legal?
I think there are real questions with how.
Is this legal?
I think there are.
Is this legal?
They are so, it appears that they are seriously concerned about multi-billionaires participating at the level that they are participating. And I guess it's, you know, call me out if you want to, because it's like, well, it's multi-billionaires participating on both sides. But you got Elon Musk, and he just and you talking about being in the cabinet, you know, being a part of the Trump administration, and then look what all that benefits that comes to the U.S. with the technology component, Trump's his vision or mission and plan to lead the world in electronics. And then bringing Elon Musk into that, and with all of that comes with Elon Musk, is just a huge leverage opportunity for the United States of America to really, and he talks about how he's the first president to create the Space Force since, I think it was like 80 something years since the Air Force was created. And so Trump being an entrepreneur and an innovator, which entrepreneurs have to be innovators. We have to be in that critical thinking space where we create. We're creators, and that innovation comes about. And I just think it's brilliant. And the strategies that they're applying right now is phenomenal. Where it's like, hey, you sign this Second Amendment petition, and you can possibly win $1 million. We're going to give away $1 million. I think it was a day, or to a random person that signs, like almost like a raffle drawing type of scenario. I don't know. I'm kind of just going off the reports here, and it has really ticked some people off that in the United States of America, you can voice your opinion under the First Amendment, and it's protected, right? Like you can say how you feel, you can participate at the level that you desire, as long as it's obviously lawful. And there's no way you're going to tell me that these people, the wealthiest people on earth, does not have just a military base of attorneys, right? And so every word that comes from these people's mouth, I'm pretty sure it ran past a dozen lawyers easy before it's able to make it to a publishing platform. So meaning these people are well advised, but this is hilarious here to see her posture, their demeanor, and they like, what the heck is going on here?
I think there are real questions with how he is spending money in this race. How
I think it's some real questions need to be raised. with you having the time to not focus on helping your state fight inflation, tackle border crisis issues, other issues that's impacting and affecting Americans in within that state. So we got a bunch of issues in that state when it comes to elections and other things. Um, and so it's very, I think that's concerning too.
The dark money is flowing, not just into Pennsylvania, but apparently now into the pockets of Pennsylvanians. That is deeply concerning. Look, Musk obviously has a right to be able to express his views. He's made it very, very clear that he supports Donald Trump. I don't, obviously, we have a difference of opinion. I don't deny him that right. But when you start flowing this kind of money into politics, I think it raises serious questions that folks may want to take a look at.
So you think it might not be legal, yes or no?
I think it's something that law enforcement could take a look at. I'm not the attorney general anymore of Pennsylvania. I'm the governor, but it does raise some serious questions.
Governor, let me ask you.
The answer is no. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say no. Nobody's going to come out and put themselves in a position to get in some serious trouble if in fact, you know what I mean? So, no. We'll see what Elon's talking about. Triple digit increases of illegal in swing states over the past 4 years. And then you can kind of see the buildup. You can see the Elon Musk Trump buildup. I mean, it makes sense. Trump left or was banned from Twitter. Elon bought Twitter, transformed it into X. That was a rebranding issue to get away from all of those illegal operations that was, if you've seen the Twitter files, etc., all the collusion, censorship, violation of people's constitutional rights. I'm pretty sure you guys seen that stuff. So you kind of seem to build up Trump launching Truth Social, running, and you kind of seem to build up. You kind of seeing Elon saying, okay, wait a minute. We all knew already, because he's talking about free speech. He's talking about, it's not hard to figure stuff out. He's pushing free speech, Second Amendment. Who else is pushing free speech, Second Amendment? We are, right? That's what Make America Great Again is about. It's about the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the first through 10 amendments. It's about the 13th Amendment. It's about the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created free and endowed with certain rights by their creator. You know what I mean? And that's unalienable. And so that can't be taken away from you on no platform. So that's what MAGA is really about. That's what the movement is about, to make America great again, where it's beholden to its birth records, its birth certificate, it's the Constitution. And each state is subjected to the Constitution. Each state is a free nation or free, it's a free nation. It has a constitutional republic established to represent a free people, a free nation. So we've got away from that. So that's what MAGA really represents. That's how you decode it. What do you mean make America great again? First of all, we have moved away from the Constitution and the attachments to the organic Constitution, which it settles this issue of when you're dealing with the people's rights, freedoms, etc. It settles this issue of who you have pledged your allegiance to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, for liberty and justice for all. So we done moved away from that, and you done formed this uni party, and like both sides, you got groups from both sides that have colluded together to overthrow the will of the people, and that's the issue, right? Then you had a space and period where you've seen economic prosperity, peace, stability, global stability, the policies that put the American people of this constitutional republic, United States of North America, first. It prioritized the people's growth, personal development, their economies, and their economic development, should I say. We've seen that, we felt that, we fought back through great adversity with the pandemic and other issues that arose during that time. And so the spirit of a nation was redeemed. It was in that process, and everything that you've seen that was good was just a byproduct of the redevelopment of the infrastructure, the political infrastructure, the agencies, the bureaucracies. We had to restore law and order. And so you see in these institutions, these tech institutions, all kind of stuff, all kind of moving parts that were unconstitutional. You've seen the high level censorship. You've seen the mandates, the forcing this, the forcing that. That's an intrusion on the people's birthrights, which is protected under the law, right? And so if you take an oath to serve in this government, this constitutional government, or once a constitutional government, then you are in violation of your said oath of office. And so it's like you can't even sit there, you can't even be in a representative capacity if you have betrayed the people's trust. So again, you can see the Elon Musk build up because he's pushing free speech. He was corrupt. He participated when he bought when he took over ownership for Twitter, what was formerly known as Twitter X today, in furnishing and releasing and publishing the files where you can see the collusion of government and this company, you know, with an agenda, a mission, a mandate, or whatever you want to call it, to censor Americans and deplatform people. That was a financial damages in violation of my rights protected by the First Amendment. And so people brought forth those claims, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then there was a lot of things Congress was supposed to do with respect to the legislation that puts these tech companies in check. But again, you know, these are major institutions, so their lobbyists is at a high level. You know what I mean? They at a high level. So again, restoration must be delivered to the United States. You got to have restoration. You got to have redemption. And so it's not just the vulnerable communities. It's everybody's impacted and affected by this, because this machine has grown. When we wasn't paying attention, and it has got the U.S. done got so big, man. It's in every part of every part, and so you need a management crew to come in and shrink this thing down, and get it out of people's pockets and get it off people's back. Hey, man, thank you all for joining us tonight at the Brother Ill Show. Have a great night. Continue to visit us at www.brotherill.com. Peace.